I think that it is wonderful. Hi again, everybody. I think that it's going to be a wonderful day, don't you? I have lots of poems and songs for you today, and they're all about wonderful things like sunshine and singing and breakfast. But before we start, I need to tell you about something. Listen to this sound, okay? That sound is there to tell you when to turn the page in your book. So, start on the first page, and anytime you hear this sound, just turn the page. You're going to start the book on the page that has the picture of me waking up in my nest. Ready? Here we go. Here's the first poem, and it's called, oh, look at this. It's called, I Think That It Is Wonderful. I think that it is wonderful to wake up with the sun when it has just begun to shine. Hello, bright morning sun. I think that it is wonderful to hear the waking street as all those busy feet go by. Hello, Sesame Street. I think that it is wonderful to stretch from head to heels. When I get up, it feels just right. Hello, knees, toes, and heels. I think that it is wonderful to scrub each part of me to make sure I will be all clean. Hello, clean, spiffy me. Did you ever hear a big word that sounded funny? Like razzmatazz or hunky-dory? Well, this poem is about another funny word, and it goes like this. The strangest word. A friend of mine once used a word, the sound of which is so absurd, I was amazed at what I'd heard, and stood there quite astounded. I finally gasped, "Is that word real?" My friend said, "Yes, and what you feel is just the thing to help reveal this strange, absurd word's meaning." My mouth went wide, so did my eyes. In fact, they grew to twice their size. As I stood there in shocked surprise, I don't know how I lasted, for what I felt was what I'd learned is meant by flabbergasted. Sometimes I like to imagine amazing things, like I'm Superbird, or maybe I'm Leonardo da Vinci, famous artist. I can be anything I want if I just use my wonderful mind. And that's what this poem is all about. When my imagination takes me by the mind, it leads me off so far, so fast, my body's left behind. Yet that's when I am most myself, lost in wish and dream, and coming back, I smile and think I'm more than I might seem. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you this next poem. You see, I think it's sort of a secret, a mystery. Well, I guess maybe it's okay for you to know it. It's called A Silly Mystery. Here's a pretty mystery without a clue that I can see. If you are you and I am I, and together we are we, of course it then makes sense to say that they are he and she. But if you and I and he and she are all in one big bunch, then where are they and who are we, and is it time for lunch? La 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 la. Oh, I just love to sing songs, don't you? But sometimes I wonder, what is a song? What is a song? What is that magical ribbon of sound that swirls and twines round you and me, weaving words and music in proper 1, 2, 3? What makes a song? What is it makes us sing along, our voices joining up and down, with sounds that roll and sway and beat, our feet and fingers tapping in proper 1, 2, 3. What is a song? What is a song? I just sang you a song. Wasn't that pretty? I sang my very best, but I wasn't quite sure about that high note in the middle. I'm a little embarrassed when I don't hit the notes right. But guess what? This next poem is about something embarrassing that happened to Grover. This is just the way he told it to me. He called the poem, "Oh, I was so embarrassed." Have you ever been embarrassed? Have you ever felt so foolish you just wished to run away? Why, yes, you cry. Then hear how I embarrassed me today. I took the bus all by myself in my little coat and cap. I felt so proud until I sat on someone else's lap. "Oh no," I said, "what have I done? Would you excuse me, please? I should have looked before I sat and landed on your knees." The woman on whose lap I perched was oh so very kind. She told me that she understood. She really did not mind. I said, "Oh, thank you very much. You have not frowned a bit. You understand, I did not mean to make you undersit." With that, I stood up hurriedly and found another place. Embarrassment most certainly was painted on my face. Since you have felt embarrassed too, I do not have to say how glad I am that I found out the feeling goes away. I know about a very special road, and it takes me to my own very special place. These two poems are about that road and that special place. There is a road. There is a road I call my own. It beckons me when I'm alone. This special road that seems to be a road I planned so perfectly. It winds and bends at my command and takes me where I wish to be, atop a hill, beneath a tall old tree. There is a place. There is a place that's mine alone, where I'll go still when I am grown. A long road ends atop a hill beneath a tree, and there I fill my mind with thoughts of what might be, and watch the leaves sway over me, like waves on some green gentle sea. Do you wonder about all sorts of things? Like, when is tomorrow? And where do your dreams go when you wake up? Well, I wonder about a lot of things too. And this poem is called, I've Been Wondering. I've been wondering. I've been wondering about all kinds of things. Big things, like buildings and boulevards. Little things, like lima beans and locks. And the label on my favorite overalls. I've been wondering about in-between things too. Mailboxes and my bathtub and benches in the park. What I wonder is, are they still there when I'm in bed and all I see's the dark? Here's a poem about what it's like to get used to a new neighborhood. Maybe you've had to do it. If you have, you'll know how true this poem is. when you're new on the street. When you're new on the street and the people you meet you've never met before, when the neighborhood's strange and you're confused by the change that waits outside your door, what you need is just time to tell yourself, I'm still learning my way around. Everybody you greet was once new on the street. We've all felt lost before. A new home can feel strange, but that feeling will change, and you'll find more and more that what you need is just time to tell yourself, I'm still learning my way around. This one is called The Mirror Poem, and it's about my best friend, Snuffy, and me. The Mirror Poem. No mirror's big enough for Snuff to see all Snuff at once. He could try doing it in bits, but that would take him months. So I walk all around him and tell him what I see, and then because he is my friend, he does the same for me. I'm really sorry, but I don't have time to tell you too much about the next poem. I'm a very busy bird, and this poem will tell you why. So many things. So many things. So many, many things to do. Too many for one day. Too many for my little feet to take me all that way. Too many for my little hands, my little eyes and ears. But tomorrow I will start again. I'm afraid this may take years. Didn't we have a wonderful time together? And we have just enough time left to sing this wonderful song called I Think That It Is Wonderful. I think that it is wonderful that I can hear birds sing when outside everything is still. Good night, bird on the wing. I think that it is wonderful that I can see a star when it's so very far away. Good night, far shining star. Please turn the page. I think that it is wonderful that I can smell a rose. I'm happy that my nose knows how. Good night, Rose. I think that it is wonderful to hug my teddy bear. It doesn't matter where we are. Sleep tight, my teddy bear. I think that it is wonderful to say goodnight, my friend, when we have seen the end of day. Good night, my dear good friend. Okay, turn the page. I think that it is wonderful. I think that it is wonderful. I think it... Wasn't this fun? Let's do it again soon. Bye-bye. Let the tape run to the end before you turn off the machine. Then you can turn the tape over and play this program again whenever you want to. Bye-bye.